Healing power of clay. Clay is a unique breed, both dishes and jewelry are made from it. In ancient times, linen and woolen yarn were washed with clay. The Egyptians used it for embalming, and Louis XIV took the clay internally for indigestion. Clay therapy has not lost its relevance today. How is clay treated? To date, there are more than 60 different options for clay therapy. In China, for example, the selection of clay is based on the theory of Wu Xin, the theory of the 5 primary elements: wood, fire, earth, metal, water. Its essence lies in the fact that each element corresponds to the clay of a certain color and properties. A session of clay therapy begins with the calculation of individual biorhythms according to the year, month, date and time of a person's birth. Eastern healers believe that information about the biorhythms of all the main organs and systems of the body was encrypted in the date of birth. By calculating them according to special tables, you can determine the weak points in the human body. So, the biorhythm of the year of birth is responsible for the main vitality, for general well-being. The biorhythm of the month is responsible for breathing and regeneration processes, etc. Based on the data obtained, the specialist selects one or another clay, and if necessary, several rocks at once. Only after that he proceeds directly to the procedure itself, which is preceded by acupressure. Moreover, special attention is paid to the palms and feet, on which biologically active points are worked out, which are responsible for the functioning of the lungs and kidneys. Stimulation of the work of these organs is extremely important, since during the session a huge amount of toxins are removed from the body, which must be eliminated as soon as possible. After that, clay is applied to certain biologically active points of the body, the task of which is to activate the work of internal organs and systems. Usually, from 3 to 8 different types of clay are used for this. They are applied to the projection zones of various organs. State of mind correction. With the help of clay, you can also correct the state of mind. For example, to increase self-esteem, red clay is applied to the center of the forehead. Moreover, it is important for a clay therapist to know what is the cause of self-doubt. If the complex has developed due to external data, clay of one of the primary elements is needed, and if it is due to an offense caused by someone criticized, ridiculed, then fruit extracts and essential oils should be added to it, which will correct the emotional background. Cleansing the body. But this is not all the therapeutic possibilities of clay. As practice shows, clay is a powerful adsorbent, which is often used to cleanse the body of toxic substances and toxins. Taking clay inside, you can achieve cleansing of the gastrointestinal tract, improve liver function, normalize metabolism and correct the mineral composition of the body. To do this, you should drink a glass of clay milk twice a day. It is very easy to prepare it. To do this, take 1 teaspoon of blue pharmacy clay, allowed for oral administration. Pour a glass of clean water, stir and leave on the windowsill overnight. Having been saturated with the energy of the moon and having settled, clay milk can be drunk. The main thing is not to lift the settled clay from the bottom. This cleansing drink is best taken in the morning 30 minutes before breakfast and in the evening, before bedtime. What determines the color of clay? To date, more than 10 types of clays are known, differing in color, texture, microelement and mineral composition. All these characteristics largely depend on the deposit, as well as the depth of the rock. White clay is usually mined in China or northwest Russia. The composition of rocks may differ, but the main component, aluminum, is always present in white clay. When applied to the skin, white clay has a drying, cleansing, antiseptic and regenerating effect. Due to the ability to absorb toxic substances and bind them into insoluble forms, white clay is often used as an adsorbent for intestinal diseases. Blue clay comes from Bulgaria. Cosmetologists use it as an emollient, tonic, whitening and skin cleanser. It is also used to normalize the activity of the thyroid gland, as well as to increase joint mobility and reduce muscle weakness. The birthplace of green clay is the Urals. It is here that a rock rich in silicon is mined, 50% of this mineral in it. There is also magnesium, calcium, manganese, phosphorus and zinc in green clay. Giving a person all the mineral wealth, the breed perfectly fights dandruff, strengthens the walls of blood vessels, stimulates fat metabolism, and activates hair growth. Red clay owes its color to the oxide of iron and copper, which are contained in it in high concentrations. Compared to green and white clay, red clay is not such a strong adsorbent, although it also helps to remove toxins from the body. But the main merit of this breed is that it well compensates for the lack of iron in the body, improves blood circulation to the skin, and reduces allergic reactions. Most often, red clay is recommended as a restorative agent after heart attacks, hypotension, varicose veins, nervous and endocrine diseases. It is mined in the mountains adjacent to the Sahara Desert, and in the south of France, in Provence. Black clay, in fact, these are silt deposits of the sea, are mined in the south of Russia. The rock is famous for its high content of silicon, silica, nitrogen, manganese, titanium, calcium and sodium. It is considered one of the strongest remedies against cellulite, bruises and bruises. Regular use of black clay activates intracellular metabolism, restores epidermal cells, and normalizes the sebaceous glands. This type of clay relieves inflammation of the skin and internal organs, and also normalizes the functioning of the heart muscle. Yellow clay, Siberian. Usually it is used to restore the health of patients who have had a stroke, with diseases of the stomach and intestines, headaches, and osteochondrosis. This type of clay has wound healing, soothing and antiseptic effects. It normalizes the functioning of the nervous system, successfully fights depression, stimulates the immune system and quite effectively removes toxins.